care who wins this one. I'm just happy about the drafts. What do you think?
I think the AoE damage is pretty disgusting. Like you were theory crafting, it is comical.
I love reaching out.
It's paying off. It's going to be a lot. I'm very happy to see GRIN get sneaky on this Hoodwink. If they have any chance, I think it's that. I'll be really curious to see how the Mirana does again, because I thought it looked a little bit better in the last one. I think this one looks a little bit more difficult, and if it can do it here, then I feel like it can kind of do it anywhere. So, plus they picked the Venom, which I also think is really strong right now.
Oh, Posh is very risky walking up all the way there. He's down to half HP. Arteezy is going to catch the arrow and hook the DK away. Scam, however, on the other direction, throwing in a big nuke onto 3. Everyone's taken damage so far. Maybe GRIN even more than this DK has. We're going to reset things for a bit. Still have to remind that that hook is still available. It is the fresh meat facet instead of the Flayer's hook, which would have made things even more spicier if he decided to bring in that extra damage on the hook. But I think Dismember as a core, fresh meat as a core, much better.
Yeah, feels that way. Arrow gonna sail on by there. Is that 3, I believe? For Shopify, yes, it is indeed. Just a single one there for GRIN, so not the best start. They will, however, get a D ward unless... Oh, wait, sorry. Nope, that was the Radiant Sentry, my bad. It's going to be Mind Control gets the D ward. So, yeah, everything going pretty poorly right now for GRIN.
Not the start that they were probably hoping for. Kicking off into this game, you know, Yobaj and Kits. Yobaj is already back to full HP, despite being at 25-30% in that early brawl. Thankfully, it happened so long ago that he's already brought in a new set of tangos for his laning stage. He'll be quite all right with this Zeus, just nuking away with the Arc Lightning.
Yeah, final time.
Securing the first wave on the Darkseer. Arrow being thrown towards Kitra. Kitra catches it and actually is pretty low, but Venno just doesn't have the right-click damage to finish off the Willow. The dot damage is pretty scary. Okay, that's it. That's a deny. Mind Control will prevent that first blood from happening.
Oh, it's Courier, though.
Oh, Pingus. Pingus, Pingus.
Not quite able to get it.
What kind of item build would you like to see on this Pudge this game? There's a couple routes. You've got your traditional Aghanims rushes through Veil. If you take a lot of physical damage, Veil is pretty good. If you don't take a lot of physical damage, you can consider like the Blink Eternal Shroud route as well, trying to like maneuver around your item builds. But is this a Aghs game or not? And what do you think?
I like the Blade Mail Eternal Shroud build before Aghs. I thought that one's been pretty good lately. I don't really like Aghs Rush that much, but it depends. Like, you gotta get like a feel for how much damage output they have. If you can just get away with the raw Aghs, and if it's worth it or not. But considering the allies and like the damage that is already being provided, I feel like as long as you're just living, it's gonna be okay. Plus, the Aghs benefit of like the heal minus isn't really gonna benefit them that much right now. So, yeah, to me, Blade Mail Eternal Shroud just looks really good. Or just Eternal Shroud into Aghs even. Like, the Blade Mail may even be a little bit overkill. Like, there's a lot of uncontrollable damage, but there's not, like, a pure right-clicker, so you don't really have to go that way if you don't want to. I mean, there's Mirana, but I feel like she's not as committed when she goes for the damage because she's going to be pretty mobile.
Yeah, and I think there's other targets you also want to focus instead of right-clicking the Pudge, because if you just pop your meat shield, that's going to soak up a lot of damage. But I like the idea of the Blade Mail. I haven't tried it myself. I played, like, 30 games of Pudge in, like, the last few weeks. I had a 91% win rate on the hero, both 3 and 1, and never did actually make a Blade Mail. So it could be interesting to see if he does go that route.
Yeah, it's pretty solid. Analog did it in one of their matches, and I thought it was really impressive. Oh, Scam getting tied up here. And probably dead. That's the first blood. Sneaky.
Sneaky, sneaky indeed. The man on the board again. We warned them. We warned them about this Hoodwink.
It's pretty good, man. You see that Grandmaster, and you're like, uh-oh. It's one of those heroes you don't want to see it on. It's like Phoenix.
There's a lot of stuff being thrown at Kittrack and trying to turn things around in the top lane. MC with a 2 points Iron Shell. Vax in the Venomancer. The Venomous Scale still on cooldown for a couple seconds. They will not go for the chase. Just trays all over. Everyone's doing good on the CS.
Oh man. Just knows Darkseer's hitting for like 86 already with these like double bracers and stuff. It's wild.
Ugh.
88. Sorry. What are we doing with this hero?
Yeah, and they thought Sand King was the issue, and they nerfed him instead. We kind of saw some of the weakness from Sand King yesterday, getting zoned out of the lane and had like 5 CS in a couple minutes. It was pretty rough. Arteezy getting sneakied.
Well, turns out still low armor. And that's one of those things where the Stinger, yeah, that's pretty solid. Hard to really deal with as the Pudge too, right? Like, how are you gonna improve that in the laning stage? Like, are you gonna invest in a ring? Like, just feel like, I mean, his last hits are still pretty damn good, so it's not the worst situation, but you really don't want the sinking getting out of control.
And here's the bracer on the courier to start things off with. Still yet to reveal what's the rest of the stuff that Arteezy wants to bring up. No, double bracer, actually. Sorry, I'll correct myself there. Face boots, Axe. All right, so Axe rush it is. So that's what he's lining up. It is very timing dependent, though. If you don't get your Axe on time, you start to feel a bit weak. You can still participate in fights, sure. As long as you have face boots, you're good. But if you start to lack on face boots timings, that's when Pudge is kind of like demoted to support.
Yeah, it's gonna feel really bad if the Axe isn't good. It's like, yeah, he's very dependent on his teammates to get him there. So we're nice.
It was a close call. Man, heavenly jump. There's just something about that 100 attack speed slow that just saved his life. Like, come on. I mean, I was ranting about this yesterday to you. I feel a bit upset, but. Sand King also dealing a bit of damage onto RT. He still has the hook. Yoink! He catches a sneaky hoodwink. Gets a bit of vengeance here. Frostbite in. That's going to be a kill. Wow. And that will be Flesh Heap stack number 1. Maybe even the Sand King as well. RTC's very lit. He's kind of pulling his limits here, but he's going to get the win in the end.
All right, that was sick. I did not think it was going to work. I thought he was dead. I thought he'd gone too far. Oh, man. That's so good, actually, because that's like phase boots. Yeah, fully complete now. They're going to fly right out. That's going to drastically improve the lane. That's going to get him that armor that he needs. Life just got a lot better for Arteezy, and even grabbed some Lotuses to put himself right back up there. So, yeah, much better situation. The Tread's blink timing for Yopaj is going to be really important to give him even more space with the eggs, too.
They read this situation. Sand King going to TP in straight to the lane, and they're going to look for an instant kill, so he has to walk back to the lane, but they won't get to punish Moo. A lot of damage being dealt, a bit of a warning sign for him. Like, stay out of this lane. And there's a Zeus ulti to take down Kit Track.
And also see what Arteezy was doing. They do hit the bushwhack.
Ooh, Pudge. He gets the meat shield off. Oh, so close, but Sneaky's got the kill in the end. Skem is going to get that vengeance kill. And still trading off with Sneaky. Sneaky does have another bushwhack, and I think CM's done for here pretty much. Good Frostbite coming out there. 2 seconds for Acorn shot. Just a couple connections needed for the damage. And with the Zeus, Yopaj also takes down Pingas, but man, that lightning bolt, the raindrops soaked that one up, but another arc lightning is a bit too much to take.
I mean, Skem was almost level 6. That it's getting a little bit crazy here on this Crystal Maiden. Managed to survive that, and then got 2 problems down this lane. But Arteezy still top of the board even after that death, and immediately back to clearing out the whole wave that was left behind. So that Ag's still gonna have a nice timing here. I wouldn't worry too much about it if I was them. Dire side, I mean, we talk a lot about what the rating need to do. Yeah. In terms of how the Dire want to play this game, like, it's mostly off the back of just like hoodwink, having to make plays across the map and rotate to these cores, because they all want to farm for quite a while.
Yeah, they definitely need a bit of time here in this game. Nice bushwhack there from Sneaky, catches Skem. Crystal Maiden going to get hit by the Gale as well. Pixel perfect there from Pingus, and CM looking for the deny from Yopaj, and Pingus gets the damage tick just as Yopaj's attack animation was almost fully complete. So a kill for GRIN there, and also the AD rune secured for Kit Track.
I need to switch to this facet on hoodwink. The tree bounce trick shot, I think it is just better. But, I mean, the other one's tempting because of the cast range, but I think if you just play it like, hey, I'm good enough to just do it with, like, a point and scurry and just being in the right spot, it's just so much more damage. Especially solo targets.
Yeah, like, I think we did bring it up yesterday with his second point on Hoodwink, or he does a lot of damage. Now he has 3. Kitrak and MC gonna fight versus Milky. Milky on the run away. Doesn't quite pop his solar flare yet, but Sneaky shows up. Arteezy shows up too. He's got the target on the Hoodwink. Sneaky's Hoodwink gonna be dropping here to the rot damage from Arteezy. He's gonna take the portal straight back to the bottom lane while Milky is chasing Kitrak and looking for that kill. He does a lot of damage. Zeus gonna squeeze in that Arc Lightning for the kill. Also, mid is being pressured at the same time, with Moo protecting it with that 1-point Sandstorm.
Bit of a save there from Sneaky. Kind of tanked the hook there to make sure Mirana would survive. And she needs it because she's not doing that great. Mirana and Moo's Sand King at the bottom of the cores right now. Feels like Shopify are just going to start getting aggressive here. Try and shut down some of this farming, especially once that Blink Dagger comes out here on Yopaj. That'll be the real go call.
10-minute smoke. The rune, if it spawns top, they could get a kill there. They're just waiting for somebody to show up, but Shopify, they're bringing in the numbers. Pingas and Kits right there, Moo, no epicenter. It doesn't even spawn there, so that's a bit of a bummer. Yopaj will just pick up the illusion and go straight back to the jungle. It was a good setup, though.
Yeah, he walked next to one of the smoked allies, and they had the ward that was spotting them. So the fact that he immediately went smoked with no smoke effect going off meant that he just immediately backed. They're like, oh, there's like more smoked heroes right there. Thanks for the heads up. Another really deep ward on the bottom lane too. Very, very good wards planted by Scam. Yeah. Sneaking them in back there, especially for a Crystal Maiden with just brown boots. You know, it's not easy to get those back there.
I haven't really been watching Scam, but he's been all over the place really with this Crystal Maiden, and he's still been getting all that experience. He mentioned like he was almost level 6 when he was fighting in the bottom lane. He's almost level 7 now. Of course, like having freezing field is really the big impact here. By the way, why? I mean, of course, Crystal Maiden does have that AoE bonus, but the numbers are so weird on freezing field. It's like radius is 858.6.
Oh, well, of course, yeah. What do you expect?
Absurd numbers.
Well, with the Frozen Expanse facet too, you know, you get the passive increase on the cast range. Pretty cool.
That's the one.
That's the one that messes up your numbers.
Yeah, all those point something no even numbers. Then again, I do not miss the patch when we had like flat HP. It's like always 20. And what happened to all the individual numbers you get per point from strength? We did revert from that. Shopify also...
Yeah, they're pressuring this tower while Arteezy just farms in the jungle, doing his thing. Kind of maybe hoping for a fight since they do have the solar flare back up. That is the really awkward part of this, is the early parts of the game when it's, you know, 2 minutes and 20 seconds between solar flares. It's kind of weird.
They're going to be fighting in bottom, though. They're going to bring in the numbers. Veno about to be killed, but now Arteezy's the one to fall first. He just wanted himself a flesh heap stack, but that's something he's not going to get this time. Moo, though, that is an absolutely huge Crystal Maiden ultimate and does so much damage. They're going to take 3 for this one, and maybe even 4 with the stun connected onto Sneaky. This Hoodwink has nowhere to go. And oh my goodness, Scam. That was a big ulti.
Well, I guess it doesn't help when the solar flare is canceled out by the slow, does it? From the Crystal Maiden. That was very disappointing. Like, he just started right-clicking CM, trying to kill her. And even though she doesn't get 20 armor anymore, she didn't die. I mean, that was your hard carry, leaping in and committing fully with solar flare to try and kill CM, and it wasn't even that close.
They used the arrow for killing Arteezy when he initially went for the hook on the Venomancer and didn't have an interrupt remaining against the Crystal Maiden.
Oh, they gotta go for this kill. Scam got so greedy. I don't know what he was doing at D-Ward. That was insanity. Dude, you're valuable. Don't give it away that easy.
Yeah, but bit of a no man's land right there for the CM. They will take that. Sneaky for the kill. And also a replay from that last fight.
Yeah,
Arteezy just takes the full interest there.
Yeah, exactly. And then, so there's the leap in from Mirana. Right click, right click, right click, right click. Like, There's nothing. The heals, the team helping out there. Very nicely done from MC. Keep her alive.
And the Verdurous Dale. The extra HP regen there from the Seeds of Serenity.
Little giggle from Kitrack. He liked it. Yopaj smoking up. Wants to pop this blink. In he goes.
Boy, let's see what they're going to get done here. Kits is a big kill. Maybe another one as well. That Noxious Plague is going to also infect the Dark Willow, but Pinga's going to get caught by the wall from MC. Make that another kill. Scam. Okay, we get it. We know, you got a big ulti there, but it was a bit unnecessary. Okay, he cleans the creep wave. They take the tower and instantly invade the triangle.
Yeah, got to farm up a little bit, right?
Arteezy, though, going to get caught by the arrow from Milky into the bushwhack, and there we go. Solar Flare on a singular target. Very handy.
Pretty crazy place to be farming right now, but he really wants that Ags, and wasn't expecting there to be some vision left over there from Pingu.
Focus onto the DK under the tower. That's quite a lot of damage dealt by Moo and Kits, but they run out of it. Now loading up the epicenter, but knows that he's going to be stuck inside that Willow stun. Scam. All right, 1 versus 4. There's not a lot that this Crystal Maiden can do over here. Everybody else is already backed out. Looking to invade a bit further. Yopaj is half HP. Does have the blink and a casual cloak on the DK. Do they have the numbers? Do they have the numbers to fight this one? Arteezy has just respawned. He's instantly TPing in. Kits might just get hooked here. Gonna get hit by the stun. Arteezy, though, is just gonna march straight to the tanking. Take down Moo. Surging him in. He doesn't have the Iron Shell, though, so it's just the rot damage, but it is the fresh Aghanims on him. Pingus, he's gonna melt in that. Now also the big Zeus ulti from Kits. They're dropping quite low here. Arteezy also surged away to safety. Arrow does connect onto Mind Control, and that's gonna be a kill for GRIN. They do get something out of this trade. Kitrack getting slowed up by the Acorn shot. Another setup there from Kits. Slowly burning the Willow away and get themselves a kill. Yopaj with the stun onto the Hoodwink on Arteezy. He misses the hook on a stationary target because of the creep standing in the way. Now Scam is going to throw with a Frostbite onto the Miranda. There's the CM ulti, but that's cancelled by Kits. So no big ulti for you this time. But still, they're going to clean everybody up, and Yopaj will take the triple. Arteezy, that's a lot of flesh heap stacks he's going to claim from that fight.
That was such a nice stand on the high ground there from Yopaj and Arteezy. Just knowing the allies were coming back through. Respawn timer's pretty short at this point. And yeah, despite the overwhelming damage of that Dire team, the heals coming up from the Radiant just over and over again. Like, we got the mech, we got people dropping Seeds of Serenity on 2 heroes. Everyone's, like, you look at Shopify, all 5 heroes used 1. You know what I mean? Like, they're just, they're popping 1. Life's good. Unfortunately, Miranda's unable to be used there. 19 charges. That one hurts. It's just sustained. Like, that's how they played their first series as well, where they're really willing to risk it, dive in a little bit. I'd like to see them scoop up some more Lotuses with how they're playing too. Every time I keep checking the pools, we got a few in there.
Yeah. Well,
of course, really, it's the Dire who needs them because of Miranda's an 8.
Sneaky gonna keep Yopaj at bay. Epicenter baits here from Moo. Not really gonna load it up here. No target in sight right now. Nice Radiant scan, though. It's gonna catch Sneaky. Sneaky jumps to the high ground, but Arteezy with a hook. He knows exactly where to throw this one in, and he'll catch himself a nice little squirrel for dinner.
It's really the pace at which they go in that's impressive in these games. Like, they just don't relax at all. Like, they win that fight down bottom, and they're immediately running up top. Like, they're doing their best to just stay out of the fountain as much as possible, bring out the consumables that they need to stay on the map. And they are going to see Arteezy go by this Watcher. Now he pings it. He's like, I'm in trouble. So he's going to need some friends to come down here.
Pulling up those Lotuses there. There's a nice hook onto Moo. He misses the Burrow Strike as well. It doesn't really stun the Pudge. And he doesn't actually get away with it either. But unlucky there. Yopaj on the chase right now with Pingus on their sights. They do have Sneaky loading up the Sharpshooter for some extra slows. And Scam drops the ulti. No response coming in from GRIN. Mind Control, however, dies elsewhere. They found Kit's Milky next to the triangle area, finishing off a Darkseer. Looked like MC was maybe trying to do a bit of a wraparound and come from behind, but GRIN, they were also delayed with their cores, and they found themselves a kill instead. Zeus ulti to take down Skem. Arteezy barely gets away from that bushwhack from Sneaky, takes the portal back to top. Kits still on the hunt, misses the lightning bolt by just a bit.
That would have been absolutely huge. With the follow-up there, I mean, he's probably dead. Yeah, it looks like he just got hit by a pretty long duration arrow near the secret shop. I don't know, probably from some of the wards that they had nearby on the side of GRIN, but yeah, he kind of got sniped.
Yeah. Talking about snipes, they found kits.
Dead too.
4 points, Worm's Wrath. This DK already level 16. Man, that is a really high level for a DK at 19 minutes compared to the rest of the pack. Like, he's got all of his spells pretty much maxed out. He applies a lot of minus armor too. Well, it's 4, but still, like, DK's damage output starts to hurt.
Yeah, plus this Mage Slayer as well to try and reduce a lot of the damage coming in from GRIN. Vastly a magical lineup here until there's, I mean, there are now 2 points in the Solar Flare. And with this Gleipnir now, you're hoping to actually lock them down for a little bit longer, but still a decent chunk of magical damage coming out there. This could be a good fight. Yeah, maybe not.
Yeah, it could be good for one side.
About it.
Not as good for the other side. Moo. He's going to have to try and hide in the trees here. Does have the Aghanims. He's stunning them up here. Can't get his epicenter off, though, as he's constantly interrupted. And I don't think he even has the damage either with the Mage Slayer debuff on him now. So they'll take down Moo. They interrupt Skem's ulti. He's been using this freezing field off cooldown non-stop. And they find themselves a hoodwink as Yopaj returning to the fray. Get himself a double kill there. Beyond godlike. 10:06 DK now.
Yeah, Sneaky was trying to be helpful by just getting in there and throwing out a bushwhack, but just ends up getting himself killed.
There's the carries.
Okay.
Carry versus carry. Pops the solar flare. No blink on the putt. Okay, he leaps out and leaps in. And now putt is in huge trouble. Damn.
If you can't connect the ulti, it is quite a bit. And doesn't really have the best answers to physical damage, though, of course.
Yeah. There's the Bedlam jump in. Quick cleanup on Pingus. Arrow will miss. Well, it misses Yopaj. Okay, track professional arrow catcher.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
So where do we go from here on the side of GRIN? You know, like Shopify, they just want to keep up that tempo as they have throughout this entire game. Does GRIN just continue to answer that, or do they have to try to maneuver away from it?
I think they try and hope for a good Roche fight. That's probably where they're going to be best. Between the Mirana leaps and the right click, the Zeus vision, the Hoodwink bushwhacks, the Venomancer, like Roche fight's kind of the dream, sanking eggs. It all adds up there. And, you know, Shopify also have good team fight. They have a Greaves Pipe Darkseer. It's not going to be easy, but it's probably one of your better opportunities because if they come to your high ground within Aegis, I feel like you're going to have a very bad time as GRIN.
I also think so. Like the big play they were able to make yesterday was that early Aegis pickup for their Mirana. Of course, then we did see some signs of life on the side of the hut because they took it away from them. Sneaky. It's a bit deep in. All right, well, it's a hoodwink in the trees. And he's like, yep, they have a ward here. Nope, they don't.
Yeah, just unlucky, really. He just walked into him.
Also, everyone stacked up in the river. Yopaj really packing a punch there. 2 shots, Pingus in the river. We'll see. Kit's teleporting away. He's got blink in 6 seconds, trying to keep up the chase on Moo. Moo's just going to burrow strike to the low ground. Yopaj, does he read correctly? Is he going to go all the way for it? He sees Milky too. And we keep applying the pressure. And look at the damage he's dealing. This is pretty insane. And he's got it as well. They're going to go for the next one with Moo. Does have the epi still ready, but still cannot intervene. Yopaj just keeps on going for more. Somebody stop this man. Kit's just going to die to the dot damage, and MC with the Iron Shell gets the final tick. Now they're quite deep in the base, though. Yules comes out. Will miss the hook. That was actually the Willow Yules, but still doesn't matter. They're going to hunt Sneaky down. Grief by his teammate, Arteezy, you know. In a bit of rage.
Actually insane. Just dishing out these Iron Shells from MC onto the DK and the Pudge. There was the play, though. Bedlam plus Iron Shell blinking. And even without that help, the damage that you could see there on that Mirana, just ridiculous.
Yeah. Not a lot of hope. Very difficult for GRIN to get back in this one as the map is slowly but surely shrinking away. With these tier 2 towers falling, there's the last one in bottom, and that's also going to be taken.
still have a lot of Dragon Form left here.
Go high
They
ground.
have to leave.
Looks like they're just going to go for it. Arteezy does have 3k HP. Misses the hook on Kits with a heavenly jump dodge. Sneaky. Setting up with a bushwhack. Doesn't quite connect. Yopaj is going to continue hammering away. They force at the cliff. They're going to jump on Kits. Move will interrupt the ultimate there from the Pudge. They're going to lose the first one here. Epicenter never goes off. He never got it, but they're still doing a lot of damage. And Arteezy's about to fall. He's still surviving with 20 HP. How does he still keep himself alive? I don't know, but he's finally fallen. And Sneaky and Pingus are the final ones remaining. Yopaj, he's got the stun connection. He'll take another kill. Kits is buying back into this as well. There's just no mercy inside your own base. Hits with the ulti. It's not enough to finish off Yopaj. He's regenerating, but Sneaky with a Maelstrom proc will get it. And now Skem, his ulti is interrupted. And the Crystal Maiden's finally going to get dropped as well. But that did come through 2 buybacks in 24 minutes to hold their base. Like, this is relentless.
You know, guys, the next time the Pudge in your game blinks past the tier 3 tower and misses a hook by the tier 4s, just remember, Arteezy did it too, okay? Don't hate your Pudge too much, all right? Like, you end up losing 3 heroes. You force some buybacks, sure, but you don't even get the tier 3. That's just some classic good old Dota stuff right there. We're all the same, everyone. All right, it never ends. The trench never ends. This is, I mean, to be fair, it's North America, but, you know,
We're only
still
human
the
after all.
qualifiers. Yeah, that's right.
MC still being chased here. He still gets the blink off here despite all the dot damage on him. Still has the pipe unused as well. Radiant scan into the triangle. They know they're there. MC just came away from there. Arteezy, nice hook.
Doesn't miss that one. Come to me, MC, he says.
If only you could, like, taunt your opponents with your voice to try and walk into a Pudge hook. He just jumps straight on top of Milky into the vac from MC. And the hook connects onto Kits as well. Make it another set of kills. And MC actually is the one tanking in the front. Very nice turnaround from Move. Finally got the epicenter off. And then we'll get a couple kills. Kitrak coming in with the buyback as well. Arteezy still going to look for the hook, but it actually hits onto a illusion. And Sneaky will die. Yopaj doing a bit too much damage to deal with. It's not just the carry Pudge, it's really this DK that packs a really mean punch. They're surging their way in. Looking for another target to focus on. Go straight for the tower. Pingus hides and move. No epi for 90 seconds. Also, no buybacks as well because this was a dieback on the Hoodwink and the Zeus. They're gone for a long time.
Yeah, and they have the damage for these buildings. I mean, they are melting. Easily clear up 2 lanes.
I don't think the glyph is going to be enough to save it either. And if it is refreshed now. Nice blink attempt there from Yopaj. He's very tanky. Nice hook. Goes right past the DK and catches Moose Sand and he's gone for 50 seconds as well. Shopify looking to close this one out.
Yeah, I think my main problem is it's a couple things with the carry Mirana. Number one, it takes a while to come online. Like, you're seeing these 2 talents. Now that these are online, you're like, oh, nice. Like, leap distance and just got the leap attack speed. That's cool. And then the level 20 when we saw the critical strike, that was also really cool. But then it's just the timing that kills me. Like, your buff only lasts, right, for 18 seconds.
It does feel like
I mean, this is what we get, though. Because this is why they do it. Because look at it.
Milky hammering away. He'll take 2. He's going to look for the triple here on Arteezy's Pudge. He misses the hook. That will be a triple for Milky. And how's that work?
Too little, too late.
Arteezy also asking the same question Trent is. How does that work?
It is absurd. Like, we can see why it's absurd, but it only perpetuates the bad pick because it tricks you. It makes you think that you can do this. You can't do this, Nemo.
Oh, and this is how easy it is to catch Mirana. It doesn't take you that long to kill her either. They are so far behind. Sneaky Moon Kits with Pingus. They're going to look for this DK. That's a lot of money riding on Yopaj. Not a streak, but still plenty of gold. A total of 1,500 split with all these heroes.
This is actually winnable. And I'm not joking. This is actually winnable. Because of these deaths they're throwing away at the towers, and they never went and got the Roche. Like, if Mirana gets back up and they go take Aegis, DK's dead for 60 seconds. I think it's theirs. like Mirana is getting to the scary point. If she gets like one more decent kill, she'll be level 20, and then it's not as bad with the solar flare cooldown, because at that point she'll have the 3rd point, so that's 20 seconds off. And then of course we'll have that critical strike, so that even without the solar flare, she actually does some decent damage. Maybe she'll even buy another damage item.
I got one word, Trent. Copium.
Winnable. Dude, it's not. I don't want this is hate-filled copium. I do not want them to have a chance to win this game because it doesn't feel like it should work with this Mirana because of the tiny sliver of a window. Like, it's solar flare. It's less of a solar flare and more of like when you crack the curtains a little bit in the morning and there's like one ray of light that comes through, but the rest is darkness. That's how I feel about this carry Mirana. Okay? It's a tiny little glimmer of cool little light stuff, but the rest is trash. But now the curtains are opening wider and wider the later this game goes.
Yeah, there's a very valid point to look at. I mean, Milky, he's going to have to repeat these performances to actually make this one work out. At least he's got the Gleipnir and the BKB, so he does have that 9-second defensive item in his inventory now, which he has lacked all game because he didn't go for the Manta route, which we saw yesterday, I believe, where he needed some kind of dispel. And that BKB could do some wonders. There's a couple mean roots and stuns to work against the Frostbites, the Dark Willow's Bramble Maze. Maybe dodge a casual Dragon Tail stun. Can't break the Dismember, though. That's Moo's job. It feels like Moo has always been the one to interrupt the Pudge if he casts his art.
Moo continues his hatred of Blink Daggers, though, so it is still hard to actually start a good fight for them. They're not going to end up getting this Roach. So step 1 on the path to Copium going to be taken away here. Scam hasn't turned.
When does it turn to Hopium?
Right. If they wipe them at the base, even if they just get like a good trade at their base, you know,
right.
Like if Mirana survives and is level 20, then the game is winnable.
All right. I'll take your word for it. There have been like these very, I mean, as a player, you'd be like super disappointed when you see like Arteezy at 100 HP just running around and disappears, and then you're gonna get hit by another stun. It's like, oh well, that's the big guy we were supposed to kill, which we couldn't quite finish off. And all that money writing, especially when they caught Yopaj by himself there, big 1,500 gold swing. They're gonna have to get a lot more of those. Pingas dying first is not the great start that they were looking for. And they're going to go straight for the tier 4 towers. At least force them back into the base, if nothing else. Moo on the side. Kitrek, good position. Venno coming in with the buyback. They're going to lose Kitrek right away. Moo's going to get caught by the stun. Yopaj, quick 2-meter hook there from Pudge. I don't know how many inches that is.
Solar Flare!
Oh, there we go. Solar Flare into the Dismember. And there's the interruption from Moo. He'll get that one. But the BKB's just not enough to hold Milky alive. They tried to force staff him. He tried to leap away. But that projectile, it's still going to hit. And Mirana's gone for 60 seconds. And that's going to leave your tier 4 towers defenseless. Arteezy with another hook connecting onto Pingus. Still has that Aegis as well. Nice vacuum there from Mind Control. And I think that seals the deal. With Kits being taken down and the GG tap out. Shopify for the lead.
Good. I don't want to see the Mirana. It's, I don't know. They have no way to do stuff in these games where they don't buy the blink on the Sand King. Like, I get it. I understand.
Paj with that Earth Spirit too. I mean, not the biggest highlight as well with his facets have always been kind of like, well, we always go for Resonance. The other one, the dummy down mode one as well. I don't think we need 2 of those facets in our team. Let's just stick to 1.
Yeah, that's right.
We got a tournament going on.
It looks like that ward was spotted here. So, Yopaj may be thinking about denying it. But he's going to let it rock.
Also, I'm really happy. For once, I cast the game where they were playing against Treant Protector and they didn't cut down his trees. And Mind Control cutting these trees down, it gives me zen. I feel happy.
Yeah, my hot take on that is that you should do this versus all melee supports. Because all melee supports rely on these trees almost as much as Treant Protector. Like ogres, clockworks, you take care of these trees, yeah, guess what? They also suck. Like,
yeah. It's
funny how dedicated everyone is to get rid of him when it's Treant Protector. And yes, obviously he uses them more, but like, it's just as bad for those other guys, man. Like, they also have a very hard time.
It's a very valid point. Kits, I don't think he wants to stick around for too long here as that bounty rune spawns and he's going to tank some early damage. Gets caught by the root, and it's not just damage. It looks like they might actually just kill Kits right away. 40 HP. The blood grenade is not going to do enough damage to finish him off. But a lot of, I mean, he's going to have to go into the lane by burning all his tangos pretty much.
Yeah, that is not how you want to start things. It's okay, though, because he did get 3 mana back for using it. So,
oh, hell yeah.
Think about that. who else gets 3 mana when they tango?
But you know what? It's a repeat. It's a 3-1 bounty split. Again for Shopify.
Sounds good.
So 2 times. Yeah, at least last time they also got the D ward, which made things even worse. I think this is slightly better. Copium?
That's a good point. Yep. Oh, it's going to be a very annoying lane, I think, down bottom. There's a Medusa trying to deal with an Axe and a Dark Willow with a melee support on your side. It's going to be pretty hard to zone out Kitrak. And then there's... It's interesting how they're just constantly bullying Pingus, too, right? They're not doing the constant DOTs onto the Medusa. They're just going to try and ruin the Treant's time. So he has even less space that he can provide for the Medusa in the first place.
Yeah, and Milky is also already out of mana completely, despite them only focusing on the Treant pretty much. It's also a bit worrying. Medusa's going to have to bring in a lot of extra regen. We've got the Basilius flying out on the Courier. Does hold on to that extra mango. And a stick, which of course is going to get a plenty of stacks with Battle Hunger. And the, well, Bramble Maze, 22 seconds. Not bad of a cooldown. Meanwhile, on the other lane, Artur, our boy, trying to hide in the trees, but Sneaky's a bit sneakier than he is.
Okay, I was just watching bottom for most of that, and yeah, PL, that's a bad time. It is a Phantom Lancer, of course, not really known for being a very strong hero during the laning stage. Immediately bullied down to half HP. Welcome back to the lane there, dude.
Rough.
What the hell? Give me that Tango Scam, his last bit of regen on the Wyvern.
I just like to see like DK starting off with Q and W and just ignoring that passive completely, only playing active on this lane. They might actually even get to trade on Moo. Just a couple hits remaining and Skem's going to get this one, and maybe there's the turn too as Sneaky has to jump away with this final leap charge. It looked so good for a second there with RTZ TPs to the lane. He's already down to like 40% HP. It's like he shouldn't be able to come back into this lane anymore, but they somehow find a way to kill Moo.
I feel like that was directed at me. I'm also the such simple minds. I totally underestimated that level 1 heal on Wyvern being so insane now. Another reason why this hero is really good. Just slowly buffed over time. That was crazy. That was so much HP, actually. And when you have a lot of physical damage and you got like a decent armor hero, you know, he's already up to 6, especially because I think he was still like in the tower AoE even.
Yeah. Also with the Arctic Burn, Skem does a lot of damage onto Moo's DK. I also have to soak up quite a bit. Artur just not quite picking up with the CS yet, so they're going to have to really manhandle this DK out of the lane. Same thing with Morana being a nuisance. No Starstorm points yet, though.
Yeah, that part's a little bit annoying. But, I mean, hey, no kills onto Melky's Medusa. The last hits are pretty okay considering. I don't think you can expect anything to be too perfect down here. And up top now, they're going to get us into the tower as well for Moo. So as long as he doesn't die here on DK, then they're also pretty pleased because they've got the camp blocked off. Small camp will spawn, though, so there's at least an option for Skem.
Quick Dragon Tail turnaround. Nice burst there onto the PL. RTZ already down to half. Skem continuing to apply the pressure onto the DK. Both cores suffering quite a lot. No kills being scored yet.
Try the arrow. Okay. Oh, sorry. I thought you guys were watching that. He called him brace him, and he went for a really late arrow, but it was just a little bit too late. Doppelganger comes out, so he's going to use a lot of their resources up top there.
Pretty hefty cooldown, too. Look at that amount of regen that Skem just got on his Courier. He's got his full backpack now as well. Bunch of wards, extra tangos, 3 mangoes. It's really going to enjoy all that extra mana in that lane.
because Arteezy keeps taking all his tangos, so
Yeah.
he needs the mangoes for his own HP regen. That's how
Got
it's
the
going right
tastier
now.
ones.
Yeah. Well, despite coming to the lane with no HP, Kits has managed to survive here, and has the bottle. Just like Yopaj does with this urn, trying to come up top.
Yeah, earned rotation, pre-6, no magnetize.
Kick is hefty though at this point.
Let's see what they can do here. Sneaky, 2 leap charges. Get the stun out from the DK. The Roland comes out and surprises Moo off guard. He's going to go for the straight teleport out, and he's gone. So they will skip out on a kill, but at the same time, it opens up the lane for Arteezy.
He did go to the tower though. I actually thought he went home.
Oh, he went. Oh, yeah. True.
But he was very low ending that TP. Only double digits HP, but survives, and with the double bracers and the tangos. Get back
That
up
also
here.
means the supports have both rotated to mid. Pingus and Sneaky to cover up the rune for Kits. They're rolling in
but
bottom,
Kirak.
and it is bottom as well. He's going to get the arcane rune for himself. He's going to pop it right away. Spell's still on cooldown for a bit. He needs to survive Kits for a little bit longer. Arrow misses, goes straight under his staff, whatever mace that he is holding on to. Pingus will drop to Kitrak. Sneaky and Kit still trying to chase the Willow. Sneaky's courier is going to get killed.
He's out of there.
All right, damage being dealt. And an empty bottle for Mr. Timber, but at least Pingus respawns, gets that casual bottle refill for the Timber.
Well, despite all this action, they still have some ancient stacks already set up there. Probably going to get a few more going, I'm sure, soon for MC.
Ooh, and they're also contesting the Radiant Triangle at the same time. Sneaky spotted here, going to get hit by the stun, kicked into the root. That always works. You're not going to leap out of that one.
Kicked into Skem for the kill steal.
Yep. Yeah, that too. I think Skem's earned it. Wisdom
by
rune
Pingu,
almost
though.
stolen.
Radiant
Yeah.
are scanned.
Saved.
Quick, yeah, they're drawing some lines here. Like this is the escape route he's taken. Oh, and Moo actually could have connected, but then again, no mana really. I would have had to burn the Lotus for a Dragon Tail.
Moo's level 4. It's not good.
A bit of a struggle.
It's been a busy off lane up here. I mean, even Arteezy is only like level 5 and a quarter. So it's not like Moo's necessarily that far behind even. It's just been really busy with a lot of heroes, and we just sort of devolved into a 1v1 on the bottom lane. With MC just being able to cut waves, and then Melky catching waves under tower, and then going to farm jungle. So Mind Control's happy. He's going to have a great axe start, especially with these stacks being made by Kitrak in the jungle.
Radiant's bottom tower
Bunch of activity there in the lane.
Missed the double, though.
Pingus is also here. There's a Watcher, plus a Ward. I'll see all these movements happening towards the top lane. Moo and Mirana, they would like to fight. They spot Arteezy. There's the arrow from the Dragon Tail. Is it enough damage, though? The Doppelganger's available. He's just going to stand there in the cold embrace. Going to get some heals up. Mirana leaped already once. Arteezy really drawing the limits here and looking for that kills. He knows exactly how far he can extend. And Moo does have the stun available, but the PL's a bit too far away now. So no kill either side. Just a lot of damage being traded.
Yeah, nice play from Arteezy because, and as well from Skem, because he knows there's no more nukes at that point. So he knows that the heal's going to get a lot of value.
Yeah, and here's the reinforcements. MC is also trapped between a smoke gang, so 2 separate fights about to happen. The DK already getting focused down. He is going to go down there, and MC to fall in the bottom lane. So both offlaners going to bite the bullet.
Technically, I think it's going to be a win for GRIN, simply because the axe is quite a bit more farmed by like 1,000 gold. So, yeah, you'll definitely take that. Pingu getting the last hit isn't the best. You'd love to get this Medusa a little bit further up on the old chart, but she's got 2 nulls and arcanes, you know, like Medusas do. And we'll soon start farming her way through the neutrals. Going to see more and more stacks. And maybe we'll even get to see MC farm up some of these here soon. But again, no Vanguard build means he's going to need the Blade Mail.
Yeah.
You need some defensive item before you can do it, unless you're actually going to bring the Wyvern over. But Skem's still too busy giving Arteezy a good time, so we don't get our cheeky little combo.
Also, one big thing that's going to dictate a lot this game is actually the physical damage versus mind control stacks from his init, the Code of Blood. How good of a start will this Axe get in terms of kills or being around kills? And how many stacks does he get? Because if you get to that point early where you have like, oh, I got like 3 stacks, that's good. But when you get to like 9, soon you're going to have a bunch more after that and just snowball out of hands, while Yopaj is going to get surrounded by Kits and Sneaky, and now chasing Skem as well. Moo is not interested. However, taking a bit of a detour. He'll get burnt down by the Timber Saw. But I think, yeah, like, if he can get, like, a lot of kills for mind control, his game just gets easier and easier because of all the physical that GRIN has.
Yeah, he took one swing at this camp. He's now just considering, doing a little bit of math here. There we go.
Calculations going in his mind.
With the Serenity back up here just to make sure. I've seen a lot of Axes dying lately, including in, like, qualifiers for Riyadh and stuff. There were some bad times at the Ancients for the Axes who were trying to rush this on the earlier end.
He doesn't want to join that bunch. It feels weird, like the amount of armor this hero gets with just call and dunk. Like, already getting 14 currently, and on the last point is 15. You get a kill, you get 20 armor, and then you have all the armor on top of that. Then you have armor from Code of Blood, and you got armor from your items. It's like, man, when does it end? Never. Eternally scaling.
Yeah, it is pretty cool. He needs it though. You know, Axe, he's like a staple hero in Dota. He's like Jug. He's one of those heroes you think of when you think of Dota. So we gotta make sure that he's pretty good.
Can we just rename the hero?
No. Why would we do that? His name's Axe.
I don't know. Maybe
actually,
he's
his
a tank.
Axe's name is Axe. No one's quite sure who Axe really is.
I don't know. Maybe we could make like a petition so that he's called Tank. Like that. Oh, if that's gonna work. Moo though. Burning down to the Magnetize and rolled in by Yopaj. Skem gonna get taken down by Kits. Does have another chain available. Nice dodge there. The Terrorize as well, forcing away the Timber Saw. And Sneaky will take down Yopaj. And the Solar Flare doing a lot of work. Kit track surrounded by a bunch of hostiles here from GRIN. Still being chased here. Sneaky 10 seconds for another arrow.
Hey, don't bring him over here. I'm farming. What are you doing? I'm your carry.
Team. Well,
escape there.
He's at least making stable progress towards the Aghanims on the PL. Just one more piece pretty much and a couple hundred on top.
Yeah, it'd be nice if a DK could take a PL's tower before 13 minutes, but this is the life that they're in. I mean, they have the net worth lead, so life's okay. But the big goal right now is still on mind control for Shopify.
Yes.
And they're just going to hop down, they're going to take that tower, give the gold to RTZ, and mind control will be entering the game once he's this Blink Dagger, and it won't take too long here once he does a round of jungle farming.
Just a hop, skip, and a jump, and you've got Axe on top of you. Plenty of caps being stacked this game, especially the number 14 on the side of GRIN. Been building up this Medusa.
She's probably going to get the wisdom
camps.
too.
Yeah.
Get the Ancient, give her the Wisdom Rune. Get her into a fighting shape right now as GRIN sort of take over this dire jungle. Shopify were in the raiding side as well. Yopaj was farming through some camps and stuff before he got himself stuck. And out he goes. Man, Moo really hates Blink Dagger, huh?
Yeah. Me and Fear, we've been laughing about it for you know, almost the entire last DPC, but that's his way. He has his item builds. He sticks to his item builds. He plays his game. And we were really happy, like when he was playing with Lelis, because he had a dedicated 4 who builds a Blink. Now we have to suffice with Sneaky Leap and Solar Flare, but hey, that can still work.
He gets Blink after this though, right? Like it does come eventually.
Maybe. I'm not too comfortable to say it for sure yet.
That's insane.
Maybe we'll have to give it some time. You know, maybe like depends how their initiation works out. Because obviously the game is screaming for a blink on the DK, but we'll have to wait and see. Treant at least. I like his quick buy, but in all honesty, I'd like to see that shard come out first before anything else. Just my personal preference. So spot Yopaj TPing in.
Yeah, lets him go.
Does that also mean they're trying to wrap around behind Skem through the portal? Because that's what it's looking like right now. Wyvern has shown himself in the lane with the Splinter Blast, and here comes the reinforcements. There's a Kobold
they're trying
there as
to find
well.
someone better. They're like, is there anyone more valuable behind this Wyvern? And there's like, oh no.
Yeah,
Wyvern,
we'll just
whatever.
take this one instead. The Kobold gonna get killed by Skem. 6 gold. Woohoo! And a big curse, but it's not really gonna kill Sneaky. Well,
Why
the
you
enemy's
drop
been found,
curse?
and Shopify can take over the map again.
All right. Scam really wanted to live, huh?
Not sure if he got the whole team of the curse, he could just portal away, make the great escape happen. Off lane, they're gonna jump the DK. Here comes mind control, and slap. Code of blood stacks. Here we
like,
go.
how-
This is the start
Where
of
did he
something
come
beautiful.
from? How did he just get on top of me like that? It's like he blinked from out of nowhere. What strange item is this?
I don't know. Muse queued it up as soon as he saw the power that Axe has with his
Well,
blink.
hold
He's
on.
like, what is this item? I need this.
Pretty good. All right. So, I mean, his team's ready to fight now. He's probably just waiting for his Deuce to come online. You know how it goes. Hopefully that blink dagger comes out at a quick timing, because Arteezy, he's going to be looking to take over this net worth chart here with his Aghanim Scepter if he gets the space for it. But Melky is out. The snake is loose. She's roaming around the map. Got the 2 points in the stone gaze now, so it feels like you can be a little bit more brave out here.
Brave the Wilds, the dire side of the map. They're also stacking Ancients for the Medusa on the dire side of the map for Milky to farm. Efficiency. So the top tier 2 on the Radiant side also taking a bit of damage here now and then with the creep waves pushing in, and Arteezy sending in some more illusions. It's going to take some time, but it's honest work.
Certainly is.
It does feel like a bit of a waiting game with only 14 kills in the game so far, Trent. Nobody's in a
Yeah,
rush.
I think that's kind of good for GRIN, because Shopify has looked really strong when they play this upbeat, fast tempo. And this game is sort of forcing them to slow down a little bit because they want to respect the Medusa, pick counterpick in the PL, and that takes time to get online because he wants to get this defusal eventually for the actual counterpick logic. But first he needs this eggs, and then he's probably going to want a Manta to make that all even better.
Ruh-roh. That's a place for a good call. MC only catches the DK, though. Timber, he's like 1 meter away from the haste room, but he won't be able to take it up. And Moo is already down to mind control. That's another Code of Blood harvested. The curse will be popped as well, so the Timber will not finish off a kill there. MC with a call connecting onto 2 this time with Kits in it as well. And there goes Sneaky's Marana. Milky dropping the Stone Gaze actually prevents Yopaj from rolling in, but he's got another roll-in available right now. And straight to the Medusa they go. Kick back into Arteezy's hands. And he's got that diffusal with the Aghanim, so that's going to burn Medusa's mana pool very efficiently. Yopaj with another roll-in. Pinga's trying to drop in a heal with the Leech Seed. And the Axe call from Mind Control. They're close to getting Milky done. Moo's also come back to action. Pingus with the root onto the Earth Spirit. Yopaj is going to have to pig-pole his way out of this one, but looks like he's got no escape. As I say that, he rolls out one more time. Moo does not have the blink, so he's just going to have to say bye-bye to his friend Earth Spirit rolling away. So he lives.
I mean, good news. They managed to keep Melky alive, but that does take the lead away from GRIN that they'd slowly been gaining over time. Shopify finding a great play there. MC, good call. Didn't catch Timber, but perhaps the worst thing out of all that is that Kits went for BKB first and then dies. That's a sad time. If you're buying a BKB pre-20 minutes as like one of your first big items and you lose the first BKB fight, not a good indicator for how the rest of your game's going to go.
also going to speed up the item progress a lot on the side of Shopify, with the BKB almost ready on the axe. We've got a Mage Slayer Winter Wyvern coming up soon. Another BKB up on the Earth Spirit, just a recipe away. Bunch of big items from all these kills that they're getting, and feels like GRIN, they're kind of stuck on their spot right now, with Timber also literally stuck in the root. Pops his BKB. Axe slowly dropping though. They turn around for a kill. That's a lot of money for Moo towards his Blink. Only 100 gold short. Skim. Nice curse. Might just take down Sneaky from the right clicks off the DK, and Sneaky will live. Kanga's dropping in the heal as well. Yopaj trying to go for the Roland, but the Dragon Tail Sun will follow him all the way through. Are a bit split right now, with Shopify taking over a larger area, but it's still 4v5 without the axe. So that will just be the only casualty. They are drawing a line towards the triangle, though. They might catch Milky here.
Yeah, this is quite different from how they played before. They're actually getting a little bit aggressive here from GRIN. It's nice to see.
Yeah, not giving in.
Yeah, it'd be a lot easier once this Blink's done for Moo. It's coming right now, so could even give them an opportunity to perhaps pick off Arteezy as he's trying to farm up towards this Manta. There's a great ward from the Dire inside that Radiant Triangle. It spotted the maneuver over here to the Wisdom Rune by Moo and Milky, so possibly why they're not trying to contest. No Dragon Form, but just going to use Medusa's right clicks and the Mana Shield to tank their way through this.
It just works. Easy to take it with two. And Moo gets himself a reward with that shard as well, because we saw Treant already bought his. That means that Sneaky is going to have to wait a bit longer for the Leap shard.
Another BK picked up here. It's time for Yopaj. Okay. First item in a long time for him. Classic Earth Spirit. Like, they didn't have that many fights as well after he got the Spirit Vessels, so he doesn't have that, like, oh, we're fighting all the time acceleration, and he has two cores that are just vacuuming up everything on the map, and the Axe and the PL, so you're bound to fall behind a little bit on this hero.
Yeah, it tends to happen. Got an Arcane Rune, so he's rolling about every 3 seconds. And it's pretty handy, so Moo doesn't have the opportunity to catch him. Still recalibrating or calibrating his Blink Dagger. All he has now. 9-9, only 18 kills. We're less than a kill per minute pace. Will this ramp up at some point? You got like big constant brawling like we've seen from Shopify and GRIN in game 1.
I could see it ramping up for Shopify. Like, they could be the ones who are just hunting constantly, because like PL just has no cooldowns. He's just ready to fight non-stop, and same thing with most of their heroes. Like, you don't need Magnetize for the fights. Axe, no cooldowns. So the Radiant side, it's a little bit trickier because the DK and the Medusa can be spooky to fight without the Stone Gaze. Can't really fight without Dragon Form. So it'll be Shopify Rebellion who are dictating the pace. And although they've been slower than previous games, now they're just gonna crank it and turn it up. Yeah, I don't think they're going back across that river for a while now.
It's gonna take a bit. All of GRIN pretty much just playing the south side of the map here, the extended frontiers. Well, on Shopify hoping to get a quick close-up on any hero moving around the mid or bottom area, but nobody's showing up, and so they are gonna smoke and still remain here. There's a Dire scan now. Finally locate where GRIN are, and GRIN walking into the pit at the same time. We might see our first full-on 5v5 team fight.
Now, they thought about smoking up top of Shopify to maybe go back and defend their tier 2 tower. The fact that that tower is still pretty pressured, it's probably why GRIN are still a little bit wary. You know, you got Tree on the outside, Sneaky sitting up on the Twin Gate. Their courier's going to go through, unharassed.
Yep. More and more info. Yopaj with the Roland. Catches Sneaky. Quickly leaps, though. No connection there from the Earth Spirit, but 1,300 HP remaining on Roshan. Roshan going to be very low. Who's going to be taking that Aegis for themselves? Milky is still inside the pit. He's going to be feared out. Yopaj rolling in. Yopaj! He's going to take the Aegis. He's going to take that for himself. There's a big call from Mind Control as well. Onto Moo, onto Timber. There's the curse fall off as well. But Axe is actually dying inside that while that curse is rolling in, because they are not falling to him. And now Moot and MC both out for the count. There goes Milky. And looking on to Kits' Timber Saw. He burns out the Aegis from Yopaj, but Skem continues to harass. Can he take the Timber out? No, he cannot. And now Sneaky in the pit. Okay, he literally just started channeling his teleport. Gets hit by the rolling boulder there from Yopaj. There's no way out really for this Mirana. There goes your last sleep charge. And the man of the hour there. Just in time into the Roche pit. It was a very cautious, slow approach, but got the job done.
I don't know how he didn't get the last hit. Because he rolled in, he ended up snatching the Aegis. The Radiant still got credit, despite him kicking out the Dusa. So I'm not sure what it was. Like, was it one of her just like last stray projectiles? Maybe just a random spell that flew in, I guess. I'm not sure.
And also, and if I'm not sure, I might have seen an illusion in the pit. So if a Medusa illusion got the last hit, which doesn't do that much single target damage, so still be quite a... Well, let's just look at the replay and see.
Maybe we can see here. He rolls in, kicks out, right clicks. I don't know.
Curious. I don't know either.
It is hard to tell. I wonder if it was like, yeah, actually, I just don't know. I'll have to check that one out later, perhaps. But it looked kind of good, too, because the Atos from Sneaky, right? He catches the axe, and I was like, oh, wow, like that's the jump you're expecting is MC. Like, you're worried about the axe follow-up, getting in there, disabling, and being able to just, like, perhaps take that for yourself. Because another thing we haven't mentioned was this whole idea of the axe versus Medusa. Like, he didn't get any cheeky dunks.
Nope.
In this matchup, which is, I mean, credit to Melky, just keeping an eye on the old HP pools and make sure there wasn't anything dumb there as the levels progressed, but that's always a funny one.
Yeah. Yeah, there was two things. Our observer on the live picture as the replay was rolling in was highlighting the chakrams there, which might most likely got the last hit there for GRIN.
Oh, yeah.
And secondly, the curse overlapping the axe call, so MC was actually doing 0 damage at that point. It was like, guys, they're so low, I just want to dunk them, but they're not close enough to dying. And I think he might have actually been hit by the heal from the Wyvern at the same time, so he was unable to cast the Culling Blade, which was a bit of a slight hiccup there. Shot of Shopify Rebellion, but still got the job done in the end.
Yeah, I think that fight probably should have gone quite a bit better, honestly. Kits as well, getting the Aegis too was nice, so that they can't immediately just keep pressuring his Shopify. I feel like Yopaj can just roll in like crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, Moo's gonna get that tower knocked down, so doing his DK thing now. Took a while to feel super strong, but it's a little bit better. I mean, this Medusa as well, still very powerful at the moment, has her own Diffusal Blade now, heading into that Disperser. So, it's winnable fights right now for GRIN.
Keyword, winnable.
Yeah. I do think it's still pretty hard, especially when the Eternal Shroud comes out here for RTG, which is done now.
Some deep wards placed down by GRIN into all the way to the top lane, right in front of the tier 3, so can always move themselves around this area now. They would like to pressure this tier 3 as they do with Milky right-clicking it right away. Does have that butterfly. And the Diffusal into the Disperser soon, but they spot Kits first, quite separated from the rest of the team. Arrow flies in. There is the taunt, though, and look at that. They got the curse to set up, and RTZ and the boys are just sticking to the back lines for now. Sneaky trying to right-click down the Wyvern, while at the same time the DK dropping very low on HP, and looks like he's going to be done for. Yes, he is. Yopaj rolling in, going to miss on Sneaky at the same time as the fight is spreading towards the right with Kit Track. Just losing his a lot of HP. RTZ in trouble, trying to dodge, but nice call from Mind Control. Does hold Medusa. Medusa's mana pool down to 500. There goes Pingus, and Milky out of mana at the moment. Takes a bit of HP damage there as well for a moment. There's Scam going to be nuked down by Kits potentially, but the Cold Embrace is right there, but the Chakram's too much to deal with. And Kits is going to be taking himself a double kill and forcing the rest of Shopify back to their base. Yopaj also splitting all the way south. It's time to go cut some waves by the looks of it. 2-for-2 trade. The DK treant for the PL Wyvern.
That's huge. I mean, unfortunately, Medusa not getting all the gold there, as most of them went to the Timber, but who cares? Medusa's still pretty neck and neck there with the PL, but you can see that Berserker's call coming in with the split shot. It didn't have the impact you would hope for, as Melky still just right-click down this PL. And big hits there as well from the Timber Saw. Did 1,000 pure damage with both of the 2 chakrams, so really necessary stuff there. And I mean, you know, maybe Pingu, perhaps a Blink, has been using the Ogre Steel Totem and trading in his Philosopher's Stone when he's dead. Goated stuff there from Pingu. Well played.
Solid.
Always keep your Philosopher's Stone there, folks. You can trade it in when you're dead and get the bonus gold. Crazy stuff.
Super value.
Yep.
Keep rocking in that money. Elven Tunic for Skem. There wasn't any other tier 3 option for him? curious. I mean, the evasion is actually pretty nice to have on the movement speed to get there fast. I guess with
Yeah,
Mage
but
Slayer
you're not
also
wrong.
attack speed.
Like I mean, like Dandelion Amulet maybe wasn't there. That one's always pretty solid, especially if you plan on getting a Blink Dagger at some point, which you probably will. But yeah, probably just didn't have any good choices, unfortunately.
Yeah, I'm guessing it was something like you got Defiant Shell, Paladin Sword, Vindicator's Axe, Nemesis Curse, and then Elven Tunic.
Hey, well,
All right.
healing.
While scanning, I'll put that
That is a dream when you get all these physical damage upgrades on yourself and you're a caster. Bit of a bruh moment. Disperser now ready on the Medusa. And an Illusion Rune. So that's going to be a bunch of Medusas waltzing around. But at the same time, who's waltzing around is Shopify Rebellion. Nearby this mid lane. The Medusa instantly backing away. That tier 3 tower has already taken 1,000 damage in the top lane just from creeps and a couple hits from Milky over the course of time.
It really feels like Kits' damage is the big difference maker in this one. Because I look at how we stack up. Like, Medusa and PL kind of doing the same thing, right? Where they're like the big blob. I mean, PL's a bit of a blob. Medusa's just a single target, but it's very similar to where, like, they're just trying to, like, focus down single targets, essentially, and burst them down. They're the big damage dealers. And then you got all this control from the Earth Sphere and the Axe, but Kits, like, he does have some more damage. Like, he's the other core that's actually doing a lot of DPS in this game, as to all the other cores who are mostly just controlling. And yeah, the Veil, moving towards the Shivas. Now we get that Gleipnir too. That's a huge upgrade for Sneaky. Trying to get multiple targets now caught up and just handed over to Kits and Milky. Because these fights have been very clumpy.
Certainly have. Bunch of AoE on both sides, and clustering up is the worst thing that could happen right now. Nice blinking from Mooble, catch Yopaj, and a good curse there from Skem to reset. BKB pop with the Earth Spirit, MC with a call right after. Moo's gonna be in trouble, and he might just drop first, he will. That's 4 versus 5 now with Kits' BKB already down a half, and now chasing to Mind Control. Skem will blow up there from the Whirling Death from the Timber Saw, and still continues to hunt for more. Mind Control gets the call, and also looking for the teleport out, but not gonna be as lucky as he gets caught by an arrow. And now Arteezy with his illusions trying to burn for Milky, but it's just not going to do enough damage fast enough for Rebellion to actually stick around.
This last pick Timbersaw is going crazy. He did the most damage to that fight. Actually, Mirana too. Just
Solar Flare.
It's Solar Flare plus some Star Storms being pumped out there. 6 leaps somehow. Man, that is crazy. Wait, without the shard? Is that real? Is that number right? I don't know.
That's a solid amount, yeah. Medusa doesn't get to hit a lot of targets because of all these PL illusions, those pesky illusions just constantly hindering the Medusa. Has to focus split shot, try and clean them out of the way. But that also gives a bit of freedom for Kits. Like you said, he feels like he's the real carry now.
Yeah, I mean, he's doing a great job of clearing the illusions. I think if you don't have this Medusa, though, it would be so miserable for them. And because that's what Kits would have to do, is be more focused on that. And Milky, just knowing how important it is going to go for a later Maelstrom, just because of how valued it is versus the Phantom Lancer.
Got our next set of items showing up. Treant Protector with Blink. That is huge. If he gets to that, still 700 gold short from that item. Big overgrowths. More Southeast early BKBs. For example, if you catch an axe, that's a wonder.
Radiant's top tower is under
It is crazy how they don't win that fight when you see how it starts. Like a stun in from the Radiant is countered by a curse into a well set up axe call, but unfortunately the heroes that are in there, the DK and the Timber, it's a little like meh, you know, at that point in terms of damage, because like Kits don't care. He's gonna be fine.
I can also understand why Skem is bringing in a bit of extra damage with not only just the Mage Slayer, but potentially later on we could see some more damage items coming up from this Winter Wyvern. Usually it's like, maybe the Ags at some point can be a realistic item choice for him to consider. Because there are some pretty beefy boys. It's a 3k DK, it's a 3.5k Timber Saw. Every little bit helps.
Yeah, that Mage Slayer also just insane versus Timbersaw. Because his BKB is pretty low at this point, obviously, because you got it so early. It's only on the 6 seconds. So whenever you're tagging Timbersaw, reducing all that spell damage is super helpful.
A smoke up there from GRIN. On their own side of the map, crossing and waltzing through their own triangle. Kittrack might be the one to be caught first by Kits. Instant Shadow Realm. It's thrown into the air by the Yules. Going to be followed up by the stun. Kittrack just TPs in the cover of those trees.
No Gleipnir in time. Can't find him. Roche back up, though. Coming through the portal. So Cheese available up top, and they're just going to back for it. Mjolnir, yeah, I don't think the Dire are going to be contesting this one.
Probably just happy with playing the map, trying to pressure those tier 2 towers. They've both been taking damage. Bottom is actually only 400 HP, so that will drop really quickly.
We'll get that as a trade, but
yeah. Roche is roaring, so that's all the info that they need. Tier 2 for a Roshan, dropping an Aegis and a Cheese.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
GRIN totally not out of this one yet. It's not like it's a one-sided game for Shopify. I think this has been out of all the games GRIN has actually played. This is their 4th game now in this qualifier. I think this has to be the best. This is also a really big challenge.
yeah, they did very well this game. I think like their map movements are
MC.
pretty good. That's
Aggressive, blinking all the way to the tier 3 tower. Can he get the dunk out? Oh, just short by 200 damage. That Battle Hunger might still do it. And his
dead.
BKB runs out, so that arrow will interrupt his escape. So it just doesn't pay off in the end. That's a bit of a bummer. He's gone for 60 seconds, and that's a goal sign for GRIN. They have to force Axis
He hit him
buyback.
with the, what are
miserable.
you doing? Kind of deserved. That was crazy.
Different type of a tip.
Middle tower is under attack.
It's like ceremonial robe. That's going to make all the difference. That 10% status resistance, I'm going to get this guy. But
Dire's
unfortunately, not the answer for old MC.
Yeah, that was 2,000 damage that he dealt without a proper creep wave next to the Mirana. And just 200 damage was all he needed. That's all he needed. They feel very bad if they have to force Axis buyback, but looks like they don't have to yet. Glyph at the very last moment there, 19 HP on the tower. Will remain alive for now. They are stacking up. Potentially for a... Do they have a smoke? They have one on Kittrack. Have to deal with these Medusa illusions cutting your waves. One in bottom, one in mid. Still smoking out of their base. That tower is pretty much gone. I mean, the backdoor protection is still fighting back. Illusion doing 2 damage to it. Not enough. Milky, that's the real one. That's the real one. Do they realize this one? Milky, Mood does come into the rescue as well. Solar Flare is popped very early here. And Shopify, they can just kite this one out for now. Yopaj trying to get Kits' attention on the other side of the fight, but Kits is, I mean, Yopaj is all the way back. He's cutting the wave now.
Okay. He really wanted to hit the tower because the Solar Flare was going, but his teammates were yelling at him to get back. Certainly what it looked like, at least. Yeah, another big neutral item here, the Aviana's Feather for Moo. Really nice to get more evasion in this game. Just versus this PL, trying to help you out.
Yeah, Solar's going to be up in a minute again for this Mirana. Milky continuing to pressure with the team on another tier 2 tower. Open up every lane pretty much at that point.
Dire's bottom
Top's
tower
taking damage. Mid's technically already dead.
Dire's cover.
Pushing for the Aegis, 2 minutes on the timer. Yopaj will get a tier 2 tower. RTZ close to 25. And Axe going in for the call. Trying to draw Milky a bit deeper into the base, but not successful in doing so. Medusa with a lot of attack range as well. There's that tier 3 tower. Already taken out of play. Rangeax is focused there. Another call potentially coming out from Mind Control to draw in the Medusa. There we go. Here comes Moo to interrupt it with the Blink Stun as well. They're going to have to force Staff MC to safety. Milky low, good curse, onto move. This is a big one if they can get it, but seems like the damage just comes to a complete halt. And this DK is taking nothing.
Oh, the
Jump
heal.
pops the heal, and there's the overgrowth coming in from the side as well. Moo going to be fighting still all the way to the end, but that DK is finally history. But that melee Rex is continuing to take damage. Milky might have to give away that first life on the Aegis. He's still got a bit of mana to go with, but he's now gonna drop. Will they get her a second time?
Yeah, nice play for Pegasus with the Lotus here.
There's the
but-
call.
Oh, I don't know.
Drawing into the
Arteezy?
Medusa, gonna get stunned again. Arteezy actually getting caught in the back line by Sneaky. Has to reset for a second. Skem can't do enough to the Medusa, the Manta, and the Ogre Seal Totem to jump away to safety. They've got the job done. The cost of an Aegis and Move's life. But the lane of Rack secured for GRIN Esports.
So valuable here. I can't
they
stick
got the
around
temper.
for anything else, though. Oh, that's bad.
They'll get something for their efforts here. That is Kits. That is Arteezy getting a kill, and that's his 25 talent.
Yeah, he got rolled out. I was curious what he was going to do. And he does want the doppelganger cooldown. Okay. We're making plenty of doppelgangers. All right.
Illusion time.
Very annoying to deal with, of course.
Yep.
That's a big kill to give away, though, that Timber Saw.
Gotta be a bit of a shock factor for Shopify, who waltzed their way in their first series yesterday, and also game one was pretty convenient for them. And now this game too, they're the first time that they have really been, you know, fought back, punched back. Getting a feel of it. How does it feel when your opponent really bites back? Not
So
out
much
of it
this
though.
game, it's going to be riding on this scythe, right? Like, Melky just has so much potential to catch these blink-ins like that.
Does. MC misses out on the call opportunity. Gonna get stoned or stunned on the spot. Mirana gonna get caught by the stun as well. No punch with a roll
Timber.
in. Looking for Mirana. Mirana's gonna be dropping low and does have a buyback. They might instantly use that. The curse again. Can they this time take down Moo? Looks like it's gonna happen. MC with a call fall off as well. They're gonna take down Pingus. Pingus coming in with a buyback as well. MC gonna be surviving for the time being. Yopars with a kickback off the Sneaky, who just fought back into the arms of Arteezy. And Skem is gonna get a triple kill and a gem. And that's 3 heroes gone without buybacks.
That's
Suddenly
so
Rebellion
game losing.
is on top of them. They could just end this game in a way. As soon as
He
they
didn't
realize.
want to stone gaze because Timber's not up, and he's like, "It's fine, just get back. It's fine, just get back." I can hear it. I can hear it in my head of exactly what's happening. And
Oh, dear me.
and that's it. Like you lost the full advantage that you had. You have been working on this advantage for so damn long, and you lose it for nothing. Like there was just nothing there. Axe blinks in, you take a little bit too long getting away. Some people are trying to like kind of poke and prod a little bit, and then you just all get caught. Beautiful play there from Shopify to get in there and find that finish on them, but that has just annihilated their lead.
It all came apart in a matter of moments. Like that is a really brutal graph as well. If you look at the net worth graph, how this game has felt like it's been even for eternity, and now it's just a down slide. All towards Shopify Rebellion, and yeah, I got a feeling I kind of cast or cursed myself there for a moment. Like, yeah, they got a feel of how they get punched, and now they suddenly just strike back when GRIN was sleeping a bit.
This went from we're controlling the map and have the economy advantage because we actually took a full lane of Rax game into a like, all right, well, let's see if we can get Rapier on Medusa game in the
Yeah.
span of about 10 seconds. Oh, that's insane. All because
Oh.
you basically just didn't want Stone Gaze. I mean, that's my assumption at least, is that you're like, I don't want to do it. Like, Timber's not up. I want to save it for a fight.
Well, that is the reality we live in right now. It is a whole different Dota game right now. Narrative has completely changed for Shopify. Well, actually, let's say more for GRIN. He said, mistakes at a crucial moment. Mind Control also has the full-on build now on this axe. All he needs is the 25 AoE and Berserker's Call, but having that Bloodstone, yummy. He feels like a very happy boy. Also 4,000 gold running on Arteezy. What does he want to get here? Is there still an item he could build?
Dire's middle tower is
Well, I
under
mean,
attack.
on top
I mean,
of
he
the
could
Scepter Blessing.
replace, like, Eternal Shroud for Heart or something, maybe. It's a bit expensive, though. But yeah, probably just synth into something else.
Milky teleports back to the tier 3 tower that falls. Everybody else is also TPing into the tree. Skem is on that same side as well. Meanwhile, the call onto the Timber Saw. Moo trying to focus mind control down. He's holding onto his BKB for his dear life. Now Yopaj rolling in. He's got Kits already taking a beating here from Skem. Meanwhile, RTZ's focusing down the buildings and almost finishing off that lane of Rax. It's not going to be Megas because there's still a range Rax in the mid lane up. Now Yopaj's going to get stunned by Moo at the same time. Air Spirit able to walk away. Skem, look at Skem's position as well. He's hiding in the trees. He's waiting for his time. And there we go. There's the curse. And that's the signal to go in. Milky's monopole evaporated. And so are Grin's hopes of the upper bracket run as well, because they don't have the manpower or the firepower against Shopify. Kit's gonna get dunked in the face, and Moo's the one to tap out. It's a 2-0 for Shopify 2 days in a row.
Painful stuff there from GRIN. Nice game.